Hey everybody, here is another video for you guys, for those who are interested. I chose this one because I tried something new. Usually in this map, which is not one of my favorite maps. I know a lot of people love it, and that's why it often comes up like 2 and 3 times in a row, which can get a little bit frustrating, but I love to play it if it doesn't come up too often. So I usually in this map like bombard with grenades and then run out and run and gun and get killed and kill, and usually do pretty well in this map, but death kill ratio is never really that great. It's usually in the positive, but just barely 50 40 60 or something like that. So I was like kind of bored with this map, and I was like, I'm gonna try something new. It's so boring, just this kind of running around, getting shot, shooting, getting shot, shooting. So I thought I want to see how long I can survive here without camping, and basically more defending and taking care of this one side of the map and helping my team that way. And I actually ended up having a really good score. I got 30 kills and only died 3 times, which actually was a surprise to me because I never thought I can pull that off. I'm not that good usually that I have, especially not in a map like this. So you can see I am a tactical player usually. All my gaming is pretty tactical. I love that fact. I don't find running and gunning always very effective in any Call of Duty game, and I don't understand people who constantly rag on the campers. Yes, there is some campers that sit in the same corner all match long, and as soon as they die, they go back to the exact same corner and they just sit there. That's definitely noobish, but I think if somebody sits in a corner for less than a minute and just kind of like, hears footsteps and has like the plan of as soon as the guy comes around the corner to take the guy out, which I do a lot. I know somebody's coming, so I kind of hide for a few seconds and I know I get the guy. And I know if I would just confront them, I most likely would die. So that brings me to those FAMAS. Most people use the FAMAS, and it seems like every time I get killed, it's like a FAMAS. It's like very rarely another weapon. It's always a FAMAS. And this seems to be the noob weapon of Black Ops. In Modern Warfare 2, I love the FAMAS because it was more like the M16 or the G11. Actually, more than the G11. It was one of my favorite maps for like playing an airport map. But in this game, the FAMAS is an automatic weapon and it has almost no recoil. And so almost everybody is using it, and it's like, oh my god. I mean, for me, it's like I purposely don't use it. I tried it once. I don't really like it. I don't find it powerful enough. And I just, it's for me, it's like a boring weapon. It's just not a cool weapon for me to use. So I just noticed that almost everybody seems to use the FAMAS if it's not a sniper guy or an SMG. It's the FAMAS. So something that I want to complain a little bit about or rant a little bit about, but I know it's not going to really do anything. So every Call of Duty has one weapon that's overused by everybody, and there's nothing we can do about it. So I don't know what you guys feel about it, but that's what I noticed. I am here pretty successful shooting from the window, because I usually don't really go up in the second floor and look out the window, because it's not always such a good idea, because there's always, most of the time, there's a sniper on the other side, or there's somebody who has a grenade launcher, or grenades flying at you through the window, and so not really something I prefer to do. I usually play differently. Like I said, this is something I just tried something, and I love using my crossbow. The crossbow is very effective when you try to take out snipers sitting in some window farther away. because if you try to take, a lot of times when you try to take them out with an assault rifle, you don't usually get them like with the first few bullets. So you try to shoot them, they're like, oh god, somebody's shooting at me, and they have enough time to actually crouch or run away or hide behind the wall, and you will never get them. But with the crossbow, because since you don't make any noise, they're going to get stuck with the crossbow arrow, and there's no way for them to escape. Even though you don't really have to stick them, if you just have the crossbow arrow land like next to him, close to that person, you can take that person out too. And it happened even to me that I took out like 2 or 3 people sitting in the same room, so it's definitely possible. Some people said that the crossbow is the same as a grenade launcher or a noob tube, which I totally disagree, because if you just ever tried this, you have to be pretty accurate with the crossbow. You also, it's slower, it's the blast radius is definitely not as big, and even a lot of times when I actually had the detonation go off pretty close to the enemies, they still got away, and all I got was a hit marker. So just now I got the attack helicopter, and I realized that I'm only 2 kills away from a chopper gunner, and that's where I usually start playing even more careful, because it's just fun to have a chopper gunner, and I don't know what's going on the other side, because I have pretty much stayed the whole match on our side. So I don't know if they're having a SAM turret over there, but with my luck, I'm pretty sure they have one over there, because it always happens to me that whenever I have a chopper gunner, I get shot down. I think I only had one single time where I could enjoy the full chopper gunner ride, and I was pretty amazed that I didn't get shot down. So I don't know how some people are always lucky that they don't get shot down. I have even gone so far and ran around the whole map to look for SAM turrets before I started my chopper gunner, and eliminated everything I found, and I still got shot down. So I'm not complaining about that, because if I could shoot down a helicopter, I would do the same thing. Especially a chopper gunner can be pretty devastating for your team. It can make you win or lose a match, actually make you lose a match. And what happens a lot lately, it seems to be pretty popular, is as soon as the enemy team hears that there's a Huey going up, they rage quit and they leave, and you're left with like 2 or 3 people in your team, and that's pretty frustrating. I have had sometimes 2 days in a row where I had nothing but such matches where I was in teams where we were totally outnumbered, and the enemy team had Hueys and dogs and everything going, and I have to admit that's definitely no fun. And I don't try to rage quit, but when you just get shot every time you spawn, it's pretty depressing, and makes you pretty angry. So I don't blame anybody for leaving. And what I do a lot is, like, after too many matches like this, I just kind of get out of the regular core matches and go into the bare bones matches. So this match is wrapping up here, and unfortunately we did not win. So you can see that this kind of strategy doesn't really work for getting you the win. You have to be more aggressive and not care so much about your death kill ratio, but this is just a fun experiment, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Take care. Bye bye.